It's a fun room right here.
It's a fun room. I think a lot of people got excited about the safeties when it was a spring practice, not just because of who was already there, but because of who was coming in and people who did some great things at that position. I could be convinced, Austin, outside of maybe, I don't want to say that. I want to act like someone's got the leg up over there. Caleb Harris, obviously, I think is got a safety position. Another one of these stories, a true freshman came in, locked it down, and became an all SEC type of player so early. Once again, folks, this is not just one example of this is the true measure of how you recruit, not stars and rankings, but players as young guys coming in, taking over positions and becoming all SEC recognized players.
And sometimes those match up, but not all the time.
Not all the time. Not all the time. But I think people need to understand that next level of what actually good recruiting is, not just this thing that's easy to talk about on social media and things like that. So Caleb Harris is certainly someone that we want to pay attention to here. Austin, I could be convinced it's anybody else's game at a safety for the other safety in this group.
Yeah.
What do you think? Give me some thoughts on this.
Oh, I think it's wide open. I think that you could see a number of guys come in here. I think on paper it could be Jacoby Matthews. He has certainly the most experience at playing this position at a high level and in this conference. He's had a year off, and he's just got here like a couple weeks ago, and so I think that there's a chance there too. But I think you'd be hard pressed to not look at whether it be Tay Seymour from Georgia Tech, a transfer, or Fagans or Eric Winters, guys that were really very highly recruited and that were labeled as those kind of day one contributors. I think it's Anquan Fagans. I'm going to pick him to be the other safety spot. But I think there's a whole list of guys you could choose from and will move in and play a lot that are kind of cycle through that rotation. So it's a very fun group. I think it's loaded. And that's a good problem to have for sure.
And I would also say this to folks as well. When people think of safety, you think of strong side, free safety. And yes, that is still the case, but you've got this also specialty group that kind of fall into this. Champ Anthony being back.
Yeah.
And he kind of had a lockdown on that position before his horrific injury had. It looks good to go. So keep that in mind. Here's some more names for you. I'll kind of run through all the ones that are listed on the roster. We talked about Caleb Harris, Sylvester Smith, Champ Anthony, Kinsley Lador-Faustin. I always mispronounce that one. You've also got Fagans, who you mentioned, Jaquez Robinson, Eric Winters, Tay Seymour, and then Jacoby Matthews. I think, honestly, Austin, I am big on SEC experience. If you come in as a transfer with SEC experience, that counts for something major in my book. We know how well we've done of grabbing former Texas A&M people. Certainly he's had some academic things that he's had to work through before he got to come back to this level of college football. But that's a name that sticks out to me. That counts for something, that SEC experience. But really, it would not shock me to see any one of these guys come out of the starting lineup in the safety room. And keep in mind, that includes 3 different positions essentially there.
Agreed.
But if I had to make a case, I'm going to make a prediction. Caleb Harris. Oh, I think I'm going to go with you. Jacoby Matthews and Champ Anthony. That's your 3 guys, I think, in that kind of 3.
I'm probably picking Anquan Fagans.
I want to. But I want to be a little bit different.
That's fine.